Instant delivery, same day shipping. If you want to order food, you can just order it online now instead of going to the restaurant. Life is much easier now when you compare to your grandparents' life 50 or 60 years ago. And if you were to pay attention into modern society, you'll notice that people are getting lazier and lazier than ever. You're wondering why you're lazy, and you know that you should do something, but you still choose not to do it. I'm going to share a bit of my personal experience. I was running a business and I got so lazy until it got up to a point where I was just doing the bare minimum in order to keep my business afloat instead of doing the best I could to grow it. Now, how did I actually manage to pull myself out from the rut, out from the bottom? There are 3 realistic steps that you can take. It's probably the easiest, the most realistic and noble steps that you can actually take right after you watch this video. I was there 3 years ago when COVID hit. I was basically indulging myself into playing video games several hours a day. I was scrolling TikTok several hours a day until it got to the point where it doesn't actually excite me anymore. Have you ever gotten to a point where you were scrolling TikTok or you just scrolling through social media and it bores the hell out of you and you know that you should do something but you still don't do it? Now this is something that society don't tell us about. The society will tell us something like,
oh, it's okay to be lazy sometimes, it's okay to have a rest day sometimes, you gotta lift yourself a little bit more. Your body needs to accept what you cannot do, you have to know your limits and all that.
no, you have to really understand that we're either growing or dying because life is a race. And if you notice it or not, every day we're always faced with problems, which is just unavoidable, right? But the real question is which type of pain, which type of problem that we are going to choose for the day. Is it the pain of discipline, the pain of going to the gym, the pain of actually working out and make your muscle tired? Or is it the pain of regret that one day you realize that you could have done something better, you could have built that business, you could have talked to that girl, tried that out, took that risk, Again, there are 2 types of pain, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Which are the ones that you're going to choose? I really want you to implement that mindset before you carry on forward. Now here are the 3 reasons why you are lazy. Number 1, you are releasing excessive amount of dopamine out of your body. Whether you notice it or not, we're living in a modern society where it is subconsciously and quietly okay to be lazy. I want you to actually prove me if I'm wrong. Next time that you go to a restaurant, I want you to take notice of how many people are sitting in a restaurant and how many people are on their phone instead of talking to their relative, instead of talking to their families. Because it's an unrealistic amount of people nowadays that scrolls through their phone. They're just addicted to the next dopamine release. I don't actually blame them because the application on your phone, the social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, they are designed to keep you as long as possible on their platform because they're making a lot of money out of you. You are the product. Their job is to actually keep you occupied, releasing endless dopamine for hours and hours and hours. And there's a quote saying that, I saw this quote yesterday, it says that social media is free, porn is free, but you have to pay with your soul. Now, how do we overcome this in a realistic way? And it's very straightforward. Number 1 is to limit your screen time. Because you've been feeding yourself a lot of dopamine for hours and hours every single day. There is no wonder that you're tired, that you're lazy if you want to do your work afterwards. After you scroll your social media, you scroll through TikTok, you find it much less satisfying when you work through your computer for the next thing. If you want to take it to the next step, and this is actually optional, but if you're able to do it, it will benefit you much more. I want you to delete all the social media that doesn't benefit you anymore. So what happens after you limit the screen time, or if you potentially delete TikTok, Instagram, and other social media, is that you start to desensitize yourself. When you back away from these things, from this high dopamine activity, your dopamine level will eventually fall back to the normal level, and the regular thing in life will start to excite you again, like building a business, connecting with people, engaging in a real relationship in your life. If you don't believe me, try that for 30 days and then come back and tell me what has changed in your life. You can stop scrolling through your phone the time you're about to get to the bed, or the time right after you wake up. I mean, what can you really miss out on from just limiting your screen time for the next 30 days? Number 2 is that you don't set a clear path for yourself. Now, I want you to listen to my next word very closely. A man with no purpose in life will always distract himself with pleasure. If you were to give a man good food, cheap sex, cheap entertainment, you will see him throw his ambition right out of the window. Now, I want to ask you this question. Does that quote resonate with you? I want you to picture yourself as the best ship in the world right now. The ship actually has the ability to travel anywhere around the world, anywhere you want it to go, and you are the captain. But the thing is, without the captain's order, the ship stays at the harbor, slowly decaying and slowly destroying itself. A ship in the harbor is actually safe, but that is not what ships are built for. You have to understand that you have a lot of potential in you. You're meant to achieve great things in life. Okay, let's get to how can we overcome this right now. And there's a thing called the power list, which made famous by Andy Frisella. A shout out to Andy Frisella for coming up with this thing. Alright guys, I want you to pause the video and just continue it right after you got your pen and paper, because this is very, very important, okay? So basically the power list by Andy Frisella is that you have to list down 5 things that you want to achieve in the day. And right after you achieve it, you can pretty much do anything you want. Although I do not recommend you to play video games afterward or watch porn or like indulge yourself into activity that brings out a lot of dopamine, okay? Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna list out 5 things, 5 important things. Okay, so we have to be very, very realistic over here. I'm not telling you guys to wake up at 5 a.m. and then run a whole marathon. That's not what I'm saying. Again, something that is very, very realistic for you to do. For example, if you usually wake up at 9 a.m., you know, just try to wake up earlier for 30 minutes. So just wake up at 8:30 a.m. for the next day. Heck, you can even write like 8:45 a.m. Power list can be different with everybody. This is just a pure example. The second thing is get 15 minutes of sunlight. There's a ton of benefits why you should get sunlight early in the morning. You can search that up on Google. Benefits are everywhere. Number 3 is just straightforward. Poop and weigh yourself. Because hey, we want to be as realistic as possible. If anything that puts you forward in life, and that is a good thing. It doesn't matter how fast or how slow you're going, as long as you're moving forward, you're good to go. Now, number 4 is usually in the afternoon or in the evening. Alright, I want you guys to watch self-improvement video. It can be tech talk. I can list down a bunch of self-improvement video for you to watch, just like 15 minutes or 30 minutes, then you're done. Number 5 is that, again, something can do in the afternoon or in the evening, and probably just something simple, spend time with family. Right after you finish these 5 things, you can do anything you want. And I don't suggest you play video games. I don't suggest you watch porn or stuff like that. You know, you can play chess or like something that puts you forward in life. And if you're still watching this video without writing anything, pause this video, write it down, and don't go to bed without writing anything that you want to achieve for the next day. You have to write down right now. Right now, write it down. Now for number 3 of why you're lazy is that you lack physical training. There's a quote by Socrates is that it is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. Personally, I think that if you can change your body, if you can work out consistently, you can pretty much achieve anything in life. Now, I'm not telling you to straight up sign up for a gym membership or work out 7 times a week right after you watch this video. What I really want you to do is that right after you wake up, just try a simple routine, just like doing 1 push-up in the morning right after you wake up. That's it. Or probably just like 10 minutes of simple stretching or yoga or whatever you feel best, as long as get some sweat out of your body, as long as you do a very simple workout. So why working out in the morning? You can search why workout in the morning and there's a lot of benefits that pops up. Here's one of the benefits that I noticed. I just literally searched this up. So it says that encourage you to eat healthier, it boosts your energy throughout the day, improve your focus and cognition. It might be something simple, but as a business owner, this is something that we all look towards to. Like improving your focus, being able to work hours into your business is something that is very, very meaningful. And you can get that by just simply working out, have a good morning routine. I want you to come up with something that you can actually do consistently every single day starting from now or tomorrow. It doesn't matter if you're doing 1 push-up. It doesn't matter if you cannot do push-up. You can even do a half push-up. The most important thing is that you put effort into yourself every single day. No matter if you're going fast or slow, you're still moving forward in life. This is a very, very simple video, but if you actually apply these things, your life will change this year for sure. Now to close things off, 3 things that you need to remember. Number 1 is to limit your screen time. Try not to go through your phone before bed and right after working out. Number 2 is that list 5 things you'll like to accomplish for the day. And then number 3 is that have a habit of working out every single day. And remember, if you go easy in life, then life will be hard. But if you go hard in life, then life will be easy. You need to find comfort in discomfort. See you in the next video. Cheers.